Hello beautifuls, my name is Epic Treasure and this video today is a pre 2.0 build of this all-in-one base for PALWORLD. If you like what you see, come like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, come join the Discord channel. There's a special channel just for PALWORLD in there for you. Now that being said, this video is going to cover a few updates that I'm going to do, and I'm really wanting you to comment any suggestions before I do it, because if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I have a tendency to change things. If you've followed my builds with the castles, we changed that a lot. And yes, that is the community's fault because they kept having really amazing feedback and I took it on board and implemented it. And we ended up with the most beautiful, amazing castle. And a lot of that was through the live streams too, you know. So I would stream for hours and then be chatting, look how I could fine tune this and that. So my incredible thanks to the community for that. And my incredible thanks to you if you're watching this video and comment something that can be changed in the space to make it more purposeful so everybody can get the most out of this game. Now, that being said, this base is made to be an all-in-one base, very easy to follow when it comes to tutorials. Not everybody is a great base builder. They don't want it complex. In this game, you can literally build, at the moment, as high as you can fly. It is wild, right? I'm sure they're going to nerf it at some point too. We'll see. But one of my builds was in the volcanic area. It's in a different save. You might have seen it before in a live stream, where it was like the Eye of Sauron up there. Anyway, you can build as this high. So when it comes to complexity, yes, I can build something complex, but it's not going to be fun for most people to build. So having something very simplistic that doesn't take a very long time is incredibly handy, and it covers everything. It covers every aspect of PALWORLD that you can think of. You know, we've got our breeding, we've got our farming, we've got our mining, we've got our production, we've got our cooking, we've got our smelting, all those stuff, you know, everything. So it covers everything, and I want it to be all in one base. I didn't want to have to drag people's booties out to every base across PALWORLD, which I've done many times, you know. I built the absolute amazing base up in that meta mining place up here, which had the beautiful beehive, if you remember. And once I knew that this, oh man, I tell you, once I knew they had glass coming, I was so excited because I thought, wow, we can make the most beautiful beehive, multi-story beehive, stacking ranches with honey pouring down, especially with this monitoring station where you can say, hey, I want to assign these bees to only do honey and that's it. And I could foresee the honey just flowing. Let me get my nerd out, mind you. Honey flowing through this thing. But no, they nerfed the stacking ability, which was very upsetting, I have to say. It really was, because it's such a cool, it was a visually cool feature. Another thing that they destroyed was the defensive walls. And this was a beautiful feature in the castles that we worked tirelessly to create and perfect. But now you can't build it on foundations. You can only put on the ground. So when it comes to building defensively, if you are a lover of doing that, please definitely comment, because I know a lot of people want defensive base features with this. And I can do that. I don't want to put this whole place in a box though. So I'm trying to be open-minded with how that's going to look. But defensive walls probably will be the way to go around the outside of it. And that's going to be really needing to be perfected so it doesn't look jank. So that's one aspect too. So in regards to crude oil, we're going to put 2 crude oil extractors on each point. Wrong, pal. Crude oil extractors on each point. 1, 2, 1, 2, so we'll have 4. See how that works out. Let me just feed this thing before people get upset. I'm going to let you eat the cake, buddy. I'm going to let you eat it. Why not? The other things that will be changing, also, sorry, let's get to the Mariaths. Mariaths also drop crude oil so they can be bred in order to get eggs, in order to hatch them and then butcher them and get crude oil from them too. Now, that being said, there's been some, I don't know if you want to call them purists or something like that, purists who don't want to touch the custom settings. That's fine, right? The custom settings allow you to spawn more pals in the game, right? 3 times over if you want. If you want to do a boss, there's a 3 times multiplier, which brings 3 bosses. Good luck doing that, by the way, but no one's twisting anybody's arm to change the custom settings. This was an option in regards to the video about how to get crude oil easy, okay? So thank God to the community with their comments about the ways to get crude oil, including the kits, and that was during a live stream, and breeding them, etc., so on and so forth. But some people have an issue with having multiple kits spawn and having to kill them all. But if you don't want to touch the custom settings, you don't have to. So the purpose of that video was to show you, hey, crude oil can be gained by not only using extractors and by not only waiting for drops, but we can also utilize multiple breeding bases and utilizing the disassembly lines, etc., for particular pals. Anyway, so if you don't want to touch your custom settings, don't touch them. Don't worry about that. Another feature that is incredible with the updates is this monitoring stand, which is here. This allows you to have assignments and also put, for example, pals in the breeding farms, right? But one sort of complaint was that Epic, you don't need this base, because when I built this base, there's only 1 story base. It was pre-update. And the reason why I made it was because the jet dragons were so fast. And still so fast. If you summon one and the door is open, bro's going to take off out the door like that. Same with kits, same with some other ones. It's just very quick. It was to contain them. And it still contains characters, for example, like the vendors, because the vendors can take off too. So it keeps them still so you can interact with them, whether that be if you want to buy or sell or lift them. So yeah, I both utilize the monitoring box all the time, but I also utilize this kind of design with the ramp so they do not leave. That's just how I like to do it. You don't have to have a ramp if you don't want to have a ramp. So let's have a look at, and don't you forget to grab, where's the bloody guy gone? Let's sort these out. And this does not always work either. I can tell you that much. This sorting business does not always work. Go to the, there he is, metal merchant, right? Metal merchant. This guy is, and if you've been looking for, how do I use these dog coin things? He has all the stuff for him, right? So he has the Kativa hats. He has all this sort of stuff, right? So you can grab him up at any of the churches. Here, the Desolate Church, he's up there. So you can just poke him and catch him like a pal. You get an achievement for that too. And then you'll have him at your base whenever you want to buy some stuff with your coins. Okay? So he's there. Hot tip, anyway. So he's not going to wander off while my doors are shut and I've got my ramp there. So let's just get rid of them. Bang, bang. What other changes are we going to make? Yeah, so we've got the double crude oil things we need to put on there. That coal thing is, hang on a second, let me just get down here. Drop down. The defense features. What else is there? I don't know if I want to change the aesthetic of the main part of the base. I think it's lovely, nice and clear to have all that glass there, and it's not just a big crazy house with, I mean, I suppose you could put multiple beds in a house. I don't know. I just like them like little scatter cushions around the place. I really don't I really don't see the big deal with that at all. But you used to be able to like stack all the beds. People were stacking them in chimneys and stuff like that, which, for me, I didn't do. And I'm assuming that they've nerfed that thing too. If I hope they've nerfed that, because they haven't. Oh, you know that I'm salty about this. If they have not nerfed that, and they nerfed my beloved stacking ranches, then that is a real problem. Yeah, that would be highly disturbing, actually. Anyway, so if you do have any suggestions, please comment them below. Or you could do it in the Discord channel. I prefer it, I see them mostly on here straight away. Either way is fine. But that's where we stand at the moment. I would ideally like to have it the same aesthetic. I don't want to have to put a big stone box over everything. So, if it gets raided, it's protected. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like a box. I want it to be, pretty like this, right? But I want to see my waterfalls in the background. I suppose you could have a stone roof and have all windows at the sides, but even at the windows at the sides, I don't know. Anyway, so stay in tune. Set your notifications for the new video. That will be the 2.0 update, perfecting this base. So we'll see what we can do and how we can make this more effective. Much love. Until next time, thank you again for all your help and support.